One Nation leader Pauline Hanson says her party is standing up for Australia's silent majority. The Essential poll found 49% of Australians would support blocking Muslims from moving to the country. Senator Hanson wants a national vote on whether to impose a ban. Unlike the other parties, who refuse to talk honestly about issues like immigration and Islam, One Nation would like to give the public a voice. Quote, Senator Hanson said, "The poll showed more than a third supporting the ban felt Muslims did not integrate into Australian society, with others citing concerns about terrorism and lack of uptake of Australian values. The federal government is standing by the country's non-discriminatory immigration policy, crediting it with producing the world's most successful multi-ethnic society, while admitting the country had issues around some of these matters." Treasurer Scott Morrison said, "No country managed immigration as well as Australia. We ask people to come to this country who want to make a contribution, not take one," he said. The poll found 60% support for the Muslim immigration ban among coalition voters, 40% from Labor and a surprising 34% from Greens voters. Greens immigration spokesman Nick McKim blamed the support for a ban on the Labor and Liberal parties getting too close to extremists like Senator Hanson over the past 2 decades. But he says he has seen no evidence of Greens support for a ban. "Not one Greens voter or member that I have spoken to in almost 15 years as a Greens MP believes that Australia should ban Muslim immigration," he told AAP in a statement. Federal Labor cautioned against the findings, with leader Bill Shorten saying Australia was an immigrant country that would rely on people working together into the future. Senator Hanson last week called for the ban, saying that Australia was in danger of being swamped by Muslims who had a culture and ideology incompatible with our own. The poll also found 62% of respondents agreed with the statement about Senator Hanson. "I might not personally agree with everything she says, but she is speaking for a lot of ordinary Australians," and 65% said she talks about issues other politicians too scared to tackle. But the nation's Race Discrimination Commissioner says Australia is being tested with the debate about banning Muslim immigration and must rise above appeals to fear as it has in the past. Tim South for Mazane put poll result down to heavy media coverage of Pauline Hanson and the One Nation leader's anti-Muslim policies in the past 2 months. "Not a week goes by when we don't see or hear from her ideas, including on immigration," he told ABC Radio on Thursday. "There is a risk that what were once unacceptable ideas about race, religion and immigration are now being normalized." Quote, Mr. South for Mazane says that's why political leaders should stand up to such rhetoric. He pointed to polls in 1947 which showed more than half of Australians did not want to accept Jewish refugees after World War II, saying the nation from time to time was tested with such debates. "It's fundamentally important we have leadership from the political sphere that will resist appeals to fear."